call it they call it the trenches.
Yes, sir.
Trenches.
Welcome from Staples Center here in Los Angeles, California, for the boxing champions present our next attraction in the ring. Once again brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Khalil Coe, Supervisor Jose Sulaiman. Our judges.
You ever been to the R&B gym?
A what?
The R&B gym.
What? A gym where they play slow jams?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah? This one of them gyms right here. Put that shit on. Fucks fly up. Fucks fly up, Khalil Coe, aka Big Steppa. I fight at 175. Signed with Matchroom, you know, from Jersey City, New Jersey. I've been boxing since I was, let's say, 12, 13 years old. You know, I started in Jersey City. Jimmy Dupree, some people might know him, you know. And yeah, man, my mom put me in boxing, getting in trouble in the streets in school, put me in boxing, and took off from there.
What was it like you coming up as a fighter in Jersey City?
It was pretty much like a challenge, honestly. Like, not for me, but like to the guys the tough guys around me. You feel me? So it's like, he boxed. Now let me try to test myself up against the boxers. So you know, it kind of brought more fights in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it helped me get to become tough and build that you know, that grit. You know. But yeah, like, even though, and I don't suggest people start boxing to go get street fights, but when people realize where I'm from, you see what I'm saying? Certain people take that as like a threat or like a challenge. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm the toughest guy on this block. He think he blocks.
You think
you think you tough? All right. So it was more so much as like that. Like, I go to the park, guys are plotting, you know, trying to do little things to antagonize.
So you feel like it put a target on you?
Definitely put a target on me. But it also taught me discipline, you know, as far as like maintaining, going to the gym. I used to, like, as far as when I used to go to school, leave the school, go straight to the park, play basketball. But then when I got introduced into boxing, you know, it was like, oh, I gotta hurry and get home and go to the gym. You know, I was trying to go straight from from school to practice, you know, but you know, homework and things like that, chores and things first like that. So it was more of a, like, that's what I knew what I wanted to do.
Talk to me about your last fight. Walk me through what that fight was like for you. Did you feel like that was one of your better performances?
Oh, definitely. You know, I felt more comfortable than ever. You know, I feel like with each fight I'm getting more comfortable. I'm trusting my abilities more and my coaching and things like that. You know, so like with that fight, like they had that guy listed as 5'11", and when I got to the face-off, this guy was like 6'3", 6'4". So I was like, okay, now kind of switch up the game plan a little bit. But going into the fight, I really didn't have to switch it up because he had longer arms than me. He was the taller fighter. We were expecting him to fight off his jab and keep his distance, but he didn't. He dropped down to my height, and he wanted to go jab for jab with me. And those who know me know my jab is, you feel me? Got like one of the best jabs in the business, if not the best. But you feel me? So that didn't work for him, you know. And I set up one of my favorite punches, the lead hook, and you know, it landed and his legs went, and at that point, I knew it was over. It was too much time left in the round for him to survive.
Any lessons from that one?
Definitely. I learned that when you listen, everything works, you know. If you listen exactly to what the coaches tell you and you trust in your coaches because they see things you don't see.
Right.
So before you rule that out, you have to try it first. You see what I'm saying? When
right.
you try and you listen to your coach, the game plan, it works.
I'm Coach Cooper, aka OG Bloodhound Dog Shit, BKA the Warlord, aka the Unleasher.
You tell me a little bit about Khalil as a fighter and how you came to know him.
Khalil as a fighter, I would say a combination of like magic and power put together. You know, some of the stuff he did was in his amateur career was like magical. You know, stuff that other people could never achieve. That's been in the gym probably all their lives. You know, he climbed to the top fairly quick, and he beat some of the best guys in the world. You know, early in the game. How I met him was, you know, I used to take his little, you know, candy from him, his cupcakes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Mush him in the face. You know what I'm saying? But I used to visit actually Brick City Boxing Gym in Newark, and he was there training, and he was actually sub-novice when I first met him. He used to be sparring guys, you know, here and there, and when I came back a year later, right, because I was going from gym to gym, place to place, everybody was talking about the new phenomenon, Khalil Coe, and I'm like, I know the kid, sub-novice, like, yeah, all right, but like, I'm talking about like the greatest thing out, you know what I mean? I got to see what he looked like, and they wasn't lying, you know, he was knocking guys out of sparring, he was knocking guys out of fights. A lot of people doubted him when he went to the Nationals. He won, and then he went again and he won. And then the rest was like history. You know, he's on the Olympic team, he's traveling, he's going all around the world, and he's winning, you know. And at the time, he had a trainer that was my man. You know, I stood close to him. You know, I studied under him. I learned things from him, you know, and things that, you know, he did with Khalil, you know, as a trainer. You know, and I just picked up a lot of knowledge, you know, which brought us here. You know, when he got ready to turn pro, he needed someone around him that kind of know him, I mean, he's comfortable with, you know, and I was happy to oblige. So, I'm an engine of chaos, you know what I'm saying? I like everything chaotic, and he's definitely a weapon of mass destruction. So together, 1-2 punch. Say mama hard. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
How long into knowing him did you know, like, this guy's a little different?
I would say about a year after meeting him. You know, after initially meeting him, I'm like, okay, you know, this guy just started boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's pretty good. You know, and I always think about that, like, damn, like, how long did it take me to really realize, like, this dude's special? I don't know. I would say it took me maybe 12 months. You know, it took me about 12 months. That's only because I was in and out of the gym with him at times. But once I really seen, like I said, it was like a combination like magic, you know? It was like, well, damn, it was like almost like Mike. Like, you know, he just was touching people and he was going to sleep. And it really had me have a thought process like, some stuff is God-given, you know what I'm saying? You know, some stuff is hard work, but some stuff is God-given, you know what I'm saying? And once I realized that, that's when I knew, like, he was special.
Well, he was fighting in school. His mom took him up. He was 9, 10 years old, and he went over to Jimmy Dupree. She took him in Jimmy Dupree. He stayed in there a little while, getting the fundamentals. Then Jimmy passed away. Jimmy Dupree passed away, and then he came to Newark, and he started training with Kenneth Christian. And this guy right here, Wally Cooper, he's always been there. You know, he went through a couple of coaches, but when he knocked out De La Cruz, Cooper was in the area. When he went to all the overseas fights, he was in the area. When he came back from his pro debut to now, Wally Cooper, you know, that coach, he's been there. He's had other head coaches that work with him, but he's always been where he is right now in the gym with him. You know, so it's just, I'm just glad that when he's coming into his own, he's coming into his own with the same coaches that he's been around the whole time. You know, it's about his growth and development, and he's moving along now. He's getting there. He's a natural, and his ability to adapt to every style. His fight with southpaws, it's like a regular fight with him. Like they say, oh, we're kind of afraid of southpaws. He can fight southpaw, orthodox, it doesn't matter. His ability to listen and then regurgitate what he was given. He's a master at that. And his visual, he's able to see, he has this scope where he sees the entire fighter.
With any fight, it brings out different aspects of me. If that makes any sense, you know. Some guys I might have to walk to and be a brawler. Some guys I have to box and stay on my toes. So it's just like it all depends on who I'm up against. You know. I can adapt. I can adjust. You know. I like to consider myself a boxer, but as right now they consider me a power puncher or knockout artist. But that's just with following the game plan, you know.
Unfortunately, you're getting knockouts.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So it's just like that's what works, you know. Like for example, the Devin Haney and Regis fight. The guy, he's not a big power puncher, but he's so sharp. He's placing his punches. Regis was about to go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not really about power. Some people have it and some people don't. My opinion, I don't feel like you can teach power. You see what I'm saying? But you could teach placement, you could teach accuracy and things like that, which makes up for the power. Yeah. But yeah, I have footwork, defensive skills, ring generalship. Like there's a lot of things that they haven't seen yet, you know, and I'm just waiting to bring out.
It's Monster Energy drink. Yeah. Game time. Game time.
You know, like with me, I feel like personally, I have to be like, I'm trying to steal the show in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because if you think about it, when you go to fights, if you're not like the main card, there's not really people, you know, really paying attention to you besides like certain people, and you got your fan base and things like that. So with every fight, I build more and more people that want to, oh, I heard about this guy the last fight, and I seen his last fight, I'm gonna go see him again. So every fight I want to build up more and more, you know, more fan base, more people to come see me, and I just want to be explosive, you know. Like I try to compete, I try to set the bar for the person on the main event, you know. I try to set the bar so because we watch the fights from the back, you know. I want them to see it and be like, oh shit, I can't let him outdo me. It's my card, you know. So that'd be the main
tone.
thing. Yeah, I want to set the tone.
Every pound count when it's time to cut weight, bro. Every pound count.
As the father, how do you feel like Khalil's grown and matured since he went pro?
Oh my God, leaps and bounds from the days of the USA camp when he was still thinking that it was good to chase girls and all of that, you know what I mean, as to turning pro and having a mindset, a way of life, knowing that it's a lifestyle now, you know. So he's adapting to that, and the transition has been something, but after 8 fights, he's about there. He's, you know, I would give him like 75%.
You know, definitely shout out to my pops. I appreciate for everything he do, you know, from the meal preps to everything, you know, like ride me to the gym, You know, and it's my family, my friends, you know, the people, even the guys that's here, you know, that I train with. We've been around for a long time, working and training together from the amateurs, national tournaments. You know, now we all pro now. You see what I'm saying? So now we just pushing each other. It's more like as you see, like today, it's all competitive.
Yep.
You know, it makes it fun. It gives it that healthy competition. Exactly.
Trying to push each other.
Exactly.
Up.
You know, in the midst of that, you're becoming better, in better shape. And you don't even realize you're doing it because you're just enjoying yourself with your friends and you feel me, your peers. We got Rex Stugler, you heard, AKA Mitch Green. We got the evil scientist right here, Dexter. You feel me? We got OG Bloodhound Dobson over there, Coach Wally. You feel me? Hey, watch. Turn around and you see he got the suit on, so he working with us, you heard? Then right here, we got Quasim, Hurricane Carter. You feel me? Then over here, we got my boy Godzilla. I gave him that name here, Godzilla.
Yo, you
feel me? My boy Gandhi, Godzilla. Well, man, you feel me? And that's what we doing. We working, man. We put that pain in.
I like that.
Alright, so basically all this is about strength, conditioning, a lot of core, explosive movements, especially wrist and joint strength. So that's what we're doing today, a lot of wrist, joint, explosive movements. Today's an explosive movement, the next following day will be more strength training. So this is a lot of core, a lot of strength and explosive movements. Yo, he's just an extreme athlete. Like whatever you give him, he just attacks it. His body is just like, yo, I'm trying to talk, yo. Yo, I call him an extreme athlete. He just can do anything you give him, he does it to that next level. So that's what makes him so special. He just has all the components of an extreme athlete. That's what just makes him great. In the ring, out the ring, you give him a basketball, he can dunk it. Give him a football, he'll run it down. He can do anything, man. So that's what makes him.
And you put a light heavyweight in front of him,
he'll knock him straight out. right out. That's why they call me the Hemi God. I'm just here to put the engine in it. And then Wally gets everything in. So that's why they call me the Hemi God. So I'm the guy to put the engine in. 2, 3, 4, hop up. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm down. Push up. 1, push up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on.
There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Move it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. It's a combination on 3. You go on 3. 2, 3, 4. Rex. Move and talk. 2, 3, 4. Not about me. Let's go. Come on. Let's go backwards. Let's go.
He lifts and pulls fire trucks. and why is these Haitian
Don't do that shit with that nigga, bro. Get the fuck up. Could you please tie this for me?
Do us our left first? That's it. Boom. Boom. Just switch legs.
What for you is your primary motivator or your motivating force as a fighter? Like what?
My son.
What's the stuff in the basement?
My son, definitely my son. You know, there was multiple things before him. You know, like the lifestyle, the situation, trying to get out of the situation, and then the way I grew up and not wanting to be in that circumstance anymore. So he's been like my biggest motivation. You know, like every day I be bringing him to the gym. He box all the time. All he want to do, he punch in the dryer and punch in the washing machine. He come open when I get home. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna record him. He gonna open my bag up and take my gloves out and start boxing. Like that's all he want to do. I wake up, he's like this. Wow. Punching the side of the bed. I'm like, oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But definitely, man, he motivates me. So I want to give him something that he can brag about, you know, something that he can go to school and tell, like, man, my father did this, my father did that, like, you know, and put him in a better situation than I was in, you know.
Good job. 9 and
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. We've been through so much, like from the beginning, since the amateurs, bro. Like, and everybody go through their own things, but the people who stuck with me and knew that what I'm capable of and believed in me, man, I appreciate y'all. And stay tuned, man. I got a lot more for y'all.